Hi, welcome to the course Introduction to Soils and Plant Growth. My name's Doug Young and I'll be your instructor for this semester. A little bit about the course. The course starts off with plant growth and we look at the basics of plant growth, how plants grow and reproduce. Then after about week 6 we move into soils, and in soils we talk about some of the principles of soils, the physical properties of soils, some of the chemical properties of soils. We look at plant nutrients and fertility and other things that are related to how plants grow in soils. A little bit about how the course is run. I expect you to ask me questions if you have any. The Ask Your Instructor discussion group on CourseLink is a good place to ask any questions that you have of the information presented in the course. If you know an answer, someone asks a question and you know an answer, please feel free to post in the Ask Your Instructor discussion group. If nobody answers, or if I can add to the answer, then I definitely will respond in the Ask Your Instructor group. If the answer is really good, very often I may not even respond because it's been adequately answered by someone else. However, often I'll just say, thank you for your answer, did a good job, and that's all that I need to say. If you need to contact me about a personal matter, then please do that through email. My email is doyoung@uoguelph.ca, and I will respond as soon as I can. As far as when I respond, I will be on the course every day during the semester, every weekday during the semester. So Monday through Friday, I will get onto CourseLink and answer any questions that you may have, or add whatever I feel I need to add for the course. On weekends, I tend not to answer too many questions on weekends. If I do answer, it's through my phone, and it's a lot more awkward because I don't have a computer at home, believe it or not, and so I only have my phone, so it's a lot more difficult for me to answer questions on weekends. And it depends on what I'm doing, whether I'm even in an area with cell service, whether you'll get a hold of me or not. Matter of fact, where I live, which is not far from Ridgetown, Ontario, sometimes you get into dead zones where there's actually no cell service. We're definitely part of rural Ontario, rural Canada, and so cell service isn't guaranteed everywhere. As far as a little bit about who I am a college research professor for the University of Guelph Ridgetown campus. Ridgetown is a small town of about 3,000 people in the southwestern part of Ontario. We're right around 42 degrees north latitude, so we're further south than just about all of the rest of Canada. And as such, we are in a climate zone that's quite a bit different than many of you may experience. I know those on the west coast and some of you on the east coast have warmer climates. We are in a zone 6 here, and which is fairly uncommon for the rest of Canada. We are moderated by the Great Lakes. However, because of where we're situated, due south of Lake Huron and due north of Lake Erie, we don't tend to get too much lake effect snow. So our winters, we can't count on a constant snow cover through the year. So that's kind of unusual for many of you in other provinces and in other areas of the country. I live just outside of Ridgetown, about 10 kilometers away, and I have a wife and 2 children. The children have both graduated from college or university, at least for the first time, and so they have more or less moved out of the house. We still have a whole bunch of their stuff sitting around, but they're physically not here most of the time. My wife is in real estate. She owns her own real estate company based in Chatham, Ontario, which is about a half-hour drive from here. And so she sells houses or commercial or farm, whatever people want her to sell or whatever people are purchasing. As far as other things that I do, I have several hobbies. My main hobby in winter is I curl. Matter of fact, my wife curls, my 2 children curl, And so we're a curling family. I've coached before, both competitively. I also teach the juniors, junior curling, as well as I'm a certified youth coach and club coach, as well as a certified competition coach. But that, I think, might be lapsed by the time this happens, or will soon. I don't foresee myself coaching competitively anymore. And I'm also an ice maker, so I spend a lot of my time at the curling rink in the wintertime. In the summertime, I belong to the Ridgetown Golf and Curling Club, so there's golf there as well, so I try to golf as much as I can in the summertime as well. However, I also have other hobbies. I do some woodworking. As a matter of fact, my wife purchased me a sawmill a couple of years ago. I'm not sure if that's why, but she keeps me out of the house, I guess, and keeps me busy. So I do have a sawmill, and maybe when I retire, I'll turn it into a little business. We'll have to see about that. I also do some woodworking. I have a shop and produce mainly furniture. I do a lot of hand-cut dovetails and hand-cut joinery. It's relaxing. I like to do that, and most of my output goes to nieces and nephews that are getting married. Except I'm running out of those. I only have about 13 nieces and nephews left, so to get married. So I guess that'll keep me busy for a while yet. And I also build things that I donate for various fundraising endeavors in the area. My house is pretty much full, so I don't build much for the house anymore. Other than that, that's about it for me. I would definitely encourage you to make sure that you, if you have any questions, to ask them in the Ask Your Instructor discussion group, or you can email me directly, but most things I would prefer to go into the Ask Your Instructor discussion group, unless it's of a personal nature. That way everyone in the course will benefit from the question that you ask. Enjoy the course and have a good semester, everyone.